The truth about self-control. Imagine holding a key in your hand. It feels heavy, promising yet strangely dormant. This key can unlock doors leading to a future you've long envisioned: success, clarity, purpose. But it can also weigh you down if left unused. This key represents self-control, the foundation of every great achievement, yet often misunderstood and underestimated. Many carry it unknowingly, waiting for the perfect moment to use it, while others leave it behind, unaware of its significance. But here's the truth: without self-control, even the brightest potential fades into mediocrity. Self-control is not the suppression of desires or emotions, but the mastery of them. It is the ability to act intentionally, rather than react impulsively, to steer your actions with purpose rather than letting external forces dictate your course. In today's world, where distractions are abundant and instant gratification is celebrated, the art of self-control has never been more critical or more elusive. It is not a rigid force that stifles freedom, but a liberating power that transforms chaos into clarity and intention into impact. This book is your guide to unlocking and wielding this key with precision and confidence. Together, we will explore the truths about self-control, its nature, its challenges, and its rewards. You'll learn how to forge it like a master craftsman, turning raw potential into a disciplined, purposeful life. The journey will require effort, reflection, and action, but the rewards are unparalleled. For when you master self-control, you master the art of living. The illusion of control often entices us to believe we have more power over our lives than we truly exercise. You may think you are in control of your choices, but how often are they shaped by fleeting emotions, societal pressures, or ingrained habits? Consider the countless times you've promised yourself change: a healthier lifestyle, a more productive routine, the pursuit of a long-held dream, only to falter at the first sign of discomfort or distraction. These moments reveal the gap between intention and execution, a gap that self-control bridges. To understand self-control's true essence, we must dismantle its myths. It is not a trait reserved for the disciplined few or an innate quality you either possess or lack. Instead, self-control is a skill, a muscle that strengthens with use and atrophies with neglect. It thrives on clarity and purpose, falters in ambiguity, and grows resilient when challenged. Like a key, it requires alignment with the lock to unleash its potential. The lock, in this case, is your mind, your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Reflect on the times when you felt most in control of your actions. What were the circumstances? Perhaps you were clear on what you wanted and why it mattered. Perhaps you faced obstacles but persisted because the reward was worth the effort. Self-control is born in these moments of alignment, when your actions mirror your intentions and your choices reflect your values. It is not about denying yourself pleasure or freedom, but about directing your energy toward what truly matters. However, self-control is not without its challenges. The modern world bombards us with distractions, from endless notifications to enticing shortcuts promising quick fixes. These forces erode our ability to focus, tempting us to trade long-term fulfillment for immediate gratification. To reclaim your power, you must first recognize these forces for what they are: distractions that dilute your potential and rob you of control. The path to self-control begins with awareness. Pay attention to your habits, impulses, and triggers. Notice the moments when you act out of alignment with your goals, when you procrastinate, overindulge, or react impulsively. These are not failures, but opportunities to learn and adjust. Each moment of awareness is a chance to pause, reflect, and choose differently. Over time, these small, intentional choices build momentum, transforming self-control from an abstract ideal into a tangible reality. Self-control is also deeply tied to purpose. Without a clear sense of direction, discipline becomes aimless and unsustainable. Purpose provides the why that fuels your self-control, anchoring your efforts in meaning and guiding your decisions with clarity. When you know what you stand for and what you're working toward, the temptation to stray diminishes. Purpose turns self-control from a struggle into a natural expression of your identity. To master self-control is to master the art of balance. It is the ability to navigate between extremes, restraint and indulgence, planning and spontaneity, effort and rest, with wisdom and intention. It is not about perfection but progress, not rigidity but adaptability. Like a key, it adapts to the lock it encounters, unlocking new possibilities with every turn. Self-control is the cornerstone of personal mastery, the key that unlocks your potential and shapes your destiny. It is not a burden but a privilege, a tool that empowers you to create the life you desire. As you embark on this journey, remember that self-control is not about denying yourself freedom, but about claiming it. It is the power to choose your path, overcome your obstacles, and align your actions with your purpose. Ask yourself, what doors could I unlock if I fully embraced self-control? What possibilities lie beyond the illusions of doubt and distraction? These questions are not merely reflective but transformative. They invite you to take ownership of your power and to wield it with intention and clarity. The journey will not be easy, but it will be worth it. Self-control is both the path and the reward, a practice that refines your character and elevates your potential. With each step, you will discover new depths of strength, resilience, and purpose. The key is in your hands. Will you use it to unlock the life you've always envisioned? The choice is yours. Let us begin. Chapter 1: Understanding Self-Control, the Core of Strength. Imagine standing before a towering dam, a wall of concrete holding back an immense reservoir of water. This dam represents self-control, strong, unyielding, and purposeful. On one side is the chaotic torrent of impulses, emotions, and distractions. On the other is the steady, directed flow of discipline and intentional action. Without the dam, the water would surge uncontrollably, wreaking havoc, but with it, the flow is controlled, channeled to serve a purpose, creating power and progress. Self-control is the dam of your life. It channels the raw energy of your thoughts and emotions into meaningful actions. Without it, your potential dissipates into chaos, your goals drowned by distractions and fleeting desires. Yet many misunderstand self-control, viewing it as a restrictive force that denies freedom. In truth, it is the foundation of strength, enabling you to shape your destiny rather than being swept away by the currents of life. To build this dam, you must first understand its purpose and structure. Only then can you wield self-control as the powerful tool it is meant to be. To grasp the essence of self-control, consider its role in every aspect of your life. It governs your ability to resist temptations, focus on priorities, and persist through challenges. It is the silent force behind every act of discipline, the unseen foundation of success, yet its power often goes unnoticed until it falters. Think about the last time you gave in to distraction or acted impulsively. What did you feel afterward? Likely regret or frustration, a sense that you were capable of more but failed to rise to the occasion. These moments highlight the critical importance of self-control. It is not just a skill but the backbone of personal mastery. However, self-control is often misunderstood. Many believe it is about denial or repression, a force that suppresses desires and emotions. This misconception leads to resistance. No one wants to feel constrained. But true self-control is not about saying no to everything. It's about saying yes to what truly matters. It is the ability to prioritize long-term fulfillment over short-term gratification, to act with purpose rather than react impulsively. Self-control is freedom, not restriction, for it allows you to choose your path consciously rather than being ruled by impulses. To cultivate self-control, you must first understand its foundation. Awareness. Like the dam that holds back water, self-control requires a solid structure. Awareness is the base, the ability to observe your thoughts, emotions, and actions without judgment. It is the skill of recognizing triggers and patterns, identifying the moments when you are most vulnerable to distraction or impulse. Without awareness, self-control is impossible, for you cannot change what you do not see. Begin by observing your daily habits. Pay attention to the choices you make, the distractions you succumb to, and the moments when you feel most in control. Notice the patterns that emerge. Do you procrastinate when faced with a daunting task? Do you react emotionally when challenged? These observations are not failures, but opportunities to learn. Each one reveals a weak point in your dam, a crack that needs to be repaired. Awareness transforms these cracks into areas of growth, turning vulnerability into strength. Next, consider the role of intention in self-control. Awareness is the foundation, but intention is the blueprint. It is the clarity of purpose that guides your actions, ensuring that your efforts align with your goals. Without intention, self-control becomes aimless, a struggle without direction. Reflect on what you truly value: your goals, your principles, your vision for the future. These are the forces that strengthen your self-control, giving it meaning and purpose. When your actions are rooted in intention, self-control becomes not a burden but a natural extension of your values. Finally, recognize that self-control is a practice, not a destination. It is not something you achieve once and for all, but a skill that requires continuous effort and refinement. Like the dam that must be maintained to hold back the water, self-control must be nurtured to remain strong. This means embracing small, consistent actions that build discipline over time. It means forgiving yourself for setbacks and using them as opportunities to learn and grow. Self-control is not about perfection but progress, the steady improvement that comes from showing up every day and choosing to act with purpose. Self-control is the foundation of strength, the dam that channels your potential into purposeful action. It is not about denying yourself freedom, but about claiming it, taking ownership of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Without self-control, even the most ambitious goals remain out of reach, lost in the chaos of distraction and impulse. But with it, you can shape your destiny, transforming raw potential into tangible results. Ask yourself, where in my life am I letting the currents of distraction and impulse control me? What steps can I take to build a stronger dam and channel my energy toward my goals? These questions are not merely reflective but transformative, inviting you to take the first step toward mastering your mind. The path to self-control begins with understanding its essence. It is not a force of repression but a tool of empowerment, a skill that allows you to act with intention and clarity. As you continue this journey, remember that self-control is not an end in itself but a means to unlock your potential. Like the dam that transforms water into power, self-control transforms chaos into strength. Will you harness it to shape your future? The choice is yours. Chapter 2. The Discipline Myth: Why Motivation is Overrated. Picture a flickering candle in a dark room, its flame dancing with every gust of air. The candle's light, though beautiful, is unreliable, a momentary source of warmth and clarity but easily extinguished. Now imagine a steady lantern, its light unwavering no matter how fierce the winds. This is the difference between motivation and discipline. Motivation is the fleeting flame, alluring but fragile. Discipline is the enduring lantern, built to withstand the storms of life and illuminate your path. Many are drawn to the allure of motivation, believing it to be the key to action and achievement. They wait for the spark of inspiration to ignite their efforts, only to find themselves stranded when the spark fades. Discipline, however, does not rely on fleeting feelings. It is a deliberate choice, a commitment to act regardless of circumstances. If motivation is the fuel, discipline is the engine, a reliable force that ensures progress even when the fuel runs low. The myth of motivation is that it is enough. The truth is that only discipline can sustain you through the trials of growth and success. Consider how often we hear phrases like, "I'll start when I feel ready," or "I just need to get motivated." These statements reflect a dependence on motivation, a belief that action must follow inspiration. Yet, how many opportunities are lost while waiting for that perfect moment? How many goals are left unfulfilled because the spark of motivation failed to appear? The problem with motivation is its unpredictability. It is a visitor, not a resident, in the house of achievement. Discipline, on the other hand, is the foundation, always present, always dependable. To understand the myth of motivation, reflect on its nature. Motivation is emotional. It thrives on excitement and anticipation. When you first set a goal, motivation surges, fueled by the novelty of the challenge. But as the effort required becomes apparent, Motivation wanes, leaving you vulnerable to doubt and distraction. Discipline, by contrast, is rational. It does not depend on how you feel in the moment, but on your commitment to the process. It is the voice that says, "Do it anyway," even when every fiber of your being resists. The power of discipline lies in its consistency. Motivation may start the journey, but discipline ensures you reach the destination. Think of a marathon runner. The initial excitement of the race may carry them through the first few miles, but it is discipline, the refusal to quit, the focus on one step at a time, that carries them to the finish line. The same principle applies to any pursuit. Whether building a career, improving your health, or mastering a skill, discipline is the force that bridges the gap between desire and achievement. Developing discipline begins with small, deliberate actions. Many people make the mistake of attempting radical changes, only to become overwhelmed and revert to old habits. True discipline is built incrementally through consistent effort over time. Start with a single habit, something achievable yet meaningful, like committing to 5 minutes of focused work each day or setting aside one distraction during meals. These small victories create momentum, reinforcing your belief in your ability to follow through. Over time, the habit becomes second nature and discipline grows stronger. A crucial aspect of discipline is self-accountability. Unlike motivation, which often relies on external stimuli, discipline is an internal force. It requires you to hold yourself accountable for your actions, to take responsibility for your choices without blaming circumstances or others. This accountability is empowering. It shifts the narrative from "I can't because" to "I choose to because I must." When you view discipline as a choice rather than a burden, it becomes a source of pride and strength, a testament to your commitment to growth. However, discipline is not about perfection. It is natural to stumble, to have moments when you falter or fall short. The key is to view these moments not as failures, but as opportunities to learn and recommit. Discipline is the practice of rising each time you fall, of showing up even when it's difficult. It is the realization that progress is not linear but cumulative, built through persistence and resilience. The myth of motivation also perpetuates a dangerous cycle of dependence. When you rely solely on motivation, you risk becoming a slave to your emotions, acting only when you feel inspired. This approach limits your potential, as growth often requires action in the absence of motivation. Discipline frees you from this cycle. It allows you to act with purpose, to make progress even on the days when motivation is absent. It is the lantern that lights your path, unwavering in the face of challenges. Ultimately, the transition from motivation to discipline is a shift in mindset. It is the recognition that action leads to progress, and progress fuels motivation, not the other way around. When you prioritize discipline, you create a foundation of reliability and consistency. You no longer wait for the spark of inspiration. You become the source of your own light, capable of moving forward regardless of circumstances. Discipline is the key to unlocking your potential, the steady lantern that guides you through the uncertainties of growth. While motivation may flicker and fade, discipline endures, providing the consistency needed to achieve your goals. It is not dependent on fleeting feelings, but rooted in your commitment to act with purpose. Reflect on this. Where in your life have you relied on motivation to take action? How would your results change if you prioritized discipline instead? These questions are an invitation to shift your perspective, to embrace discipline as the cornerstone of your efforts. The path to mastery begins with a choice. Will you wait for the spark of motivation, or will you build the lantern of discipline? The answer lies in your actions. Take one small step today, a step that demonstrates your commitment to growth. With each step, you strengthen your discipline, transforming it into a force that propels you toward your goals. The question is not whether you can, it is whether you will. What choice will you make? Chapter 3: Mastering Your Impulses, the Real Battle of Self-Control. Imagine a mighty river flowing through a rugged landscape. When left untamed, it overflows its banks, carving destruction and chaos in its wake. but when guided by well-constructed channels, it becomes a source of life, energy, and purpose. Your impulses are like that river, raw, powerful, and full of potential. They can either be a force that derails your goals or a resource that propels you forward, depending on how well you control them. The real battle of self-control is fought in the moments when your impulses threaten to take over. Impulses, those fleeting desires and emotional reactions, can feel overwhelming, pulling you away from the disciplined path you've set. They are the whispers of distraction, the allure of indulgence, the anger that clouds your judgment. To master your impulses is to build the channels that guide this raw energy, transforming it into a tool for growth rather than a source of chaos. This is the essence of self-mastery. Impulses are deeply ingrained in human nature, a survival mechanism inherited from our ancestors. In the past, impulsive actions like fleeing from danger or seizing opportunities for food were critical to survival. But in modern life, these impulses often work against us. The impulse to procrastinate, overindulge, or react emotionally can sabotage our goals, relationships, and personal growth. Recognizing this dynamic is the first step toward mastering your impulses. The moments when impulses arise are the battlefield of self-control. Consider the times you've given in to fleeting desires, scrolling endlessly on your phone when you plan to work, eating junk food despite your health goals, or snapping at someone in anger. Each time you succumb, it reinforces the habit of giving in, making it harder to resist in the future. Conversely, each time you resist an impulse, you strengthen your ability to maintain control, creating a positive cycle of discipline and self-trust. Mastering impulses begins with awareness. You must learn to recognize when an impulse is driving your behavior. This requires mindfulness, a deliberate effort to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. For example, if you feel the urge to procrastinate, pause and identify the underlying trigger. Are you avoiding a challenging task? Are you seeking immediate gratification? By naming the impulse and its source, you create a moment of clarity, a space to choose a different response. The next step is to reframe your impulses, seeing them not as obstacles but as opportunities for growth. Each impulse you resist is a victory, a demonstration of your commitment to self-control. Imagine standing at a crossroads, with one path leading to short-term satisfaction and the other to long-term success. Every time you choose the latter, you reinforce your ability to act in alignment with your values and goals. One effective strategy for managing impulses is to create barriers to distraction. For instance, if you're prone to mindlessly checking your phone, put it in another room while you work. If you struggle with unhealthy eating, keep tempting foods out of your home. These physical barriers reduce the opportunity for impulsive behavior, making it easier to stay focused and disciplined. Over time, as you practice self-control, the need for these barriers diminishes because you've trained yourself to resist. Another powerful tool is the pause and breathe technique. When an impulse strikes, instead of reacting immediately, take a deep breath and count to 5. This simple act interrupts the automatic response, giving you time to evaluate your options and choose a deliberate course of action. It may sound trivial, but this brief pause can be the difference between succumbing to an impulse and maintaining your self-control. Equally important is the ability to replace negative impulses with constructive actions. If you feel the urge to procrastinate, redirect that energy into a small, productive task. If you're angry, channel that emotion into a physical activity like exercise or a creative outlet like writing. This redirection not only helps you avoid destructive behavior, but also reinforces your ability to use impulses as a source of positive energy. Mastering impulses also requires understanding their deeper roots. Many impulses arise from unmet needs or unresolved emotions. For example, the urge to overeat may stem from stress or boredom, while the impulse to lash out in anger may reflect a deeper sense of frustration or insecurity. Addressing these underlying causes is crucial for long-term self-control. Reflect on the patterns in your behavior and ask yourself, what triggers my impulses? What need am I trying to meet? How can I meet that need in a healthier way? Finally, practice self-compassion in your journey to mastering impulses. Perfection is not the goal. Progress is. There will be moments when you falter, moments when the river overflows its banks. What matters is your response. Do you give up, or do you learn from the experience and recommit to your goals? Each setback is an opportunity to grow stronger, to refine your channels and redirect the flow of your energy. The battle for self-control is not won overnight. It is a continuous process of awareness, choice, and action. With each impulse you master, you build a foundation of discipline and resilience, transforming raw energy into a force that drives your growth and success. Mastering your impulses is the gateway to true self-control. Like the river guided by channels, your impulses can become a source of strength when harnessed with intention and discipline. The key is awareness, recognizing when an impulse arises and choosing to act in alignment with your goals rather than succumbing to fleeting desires. Ask yourself, what impulses have derailed your progress in the past, and how will you respond differently moving forward? This is not just a question of willpower, but of strategy and self-awareness. The more you practice, the stronger your ability to guide your impulses becomes. Today, take one step toward mastering your impulses. Identify a recurring impulse that has held you back and commit to a specific strategy for overcoming it. Whether it's creating a barrier, practicing the pause and breathe technique, or redirecting the energy into a constructive action, make the choice to channel your raw energy into growth. Each time you succeed, you strengthen the foundation of your self-control, proving to yourself that you are capable of mastering your mind. How will you use this newfound strength to shape your future? Chapter 4: The Role of Clarity, Why Purpose Strengthens Discipline. Picture a ship at sea, caught in a storm with no compass or map. Its sails are torn, its direction aimless, and its progress, if any, is haphazard. Now, contrast that with a vessel guided by a steady hand, a clear destination, and a compass pointing true north. The difference? Clarity. Without clarity, even the strongest efforts scatter like leaves in the wind. With it, every ounce of energy propels you toward your purpose, cutting through distractions and resistance. Clarity is the compass that strengthens discipline. It transforms discipline from an obligation into a powerful choice aligned with your goals. It eliminates hesitation, doubt, and indecision, allowing you to focus your efforts where they matter most. When your purpose is clear, discipline becomes second nature, a steady rhythm that drives you forward. Clarity is often misunderstood as something you either have or don't. Many people wander through life waiting for clarity to strike, as if it were a bolt of lightning. But clarity isn't something you find, it's something you create. It is the result of deliberate thought, reflection, and action. The process of achieving clarity begins with understanding what truly matters to you, what drives you, and what kind of life you want to build. Without this foundation, even the most disciplined efforts can feel meaningless. Think back to moments in your life when you felt deeply motivated and focused. Chances are, those moments were tied to a sense of purpose, a goal, a dream, or a mission that resonated with you on a deep level. Purpose gives your efforts direction, like a lighthouse guiding a ship through the night. Without it, discipline becomes drudgery, a series of meaningless tasks that exhaust you without providing fulfillment. The first step to creating clarity is defining your why. Why do you want to improve yourself? Why do you want to build discipline and self-control? Your why is the foundation of your purpose, the anchor that keeps you grounded when challenges arise. To uncover it, ask yourself questions like, what do I value most in life? What kind of legacy do I want to leave? What brings me a sense of fulfillment and pride? These questions may not have immediate answers, but they are worth exploring deeply. Once you have a sense of your why, the next step is to align your actions with it. This is where many people struggle. It's easy to become distracted by urgent but unimportant tasks, losing sight of what truly matters. To combat this, practice intentional living. At the start of each day, ask yourself, what actions will bring me closer to my goals? What distractions can I eliminate? By aligning your daily actions with your long-term purpose, you create a sense of clarity and momentum. Clarity also requires eliminating the noise in your life. Modern society is filled with distractions, social media, endless notifications, and the constant pressure to compare yourself to others. These distractions dilute your focus, pulling you away from your purpose. To regain clarity, practice mental minimalism. This means stripping away thoughts, habits, and influences that don't serve your goals. It might mean unfollowing accounts that drain your energy, setting boundaries with people who don't support your growth, or dedicating time each day to quiet reflection. One of the most effective tools for achieving clarity is journaling. Writing forces you to articulate your thoughts, turning vague ideas into concrete plans. Use your journal to reflect on your goals, track your progress, and identify areas where you're out of alignment. Ask yourself, am I spending my time and energy on what truly matters? If not, what changes can I make? Journaling doesn't have to be time-consuming. Even 5 minutes a day can provide valuable insights. Clarity is not just about setting big, long-term goals. It's also about being present in the moment. When you're fully engaged in what you're doing, whether it's working on a project, exercising, or spending time with loved ones, you experience a sense of flow, a state where everything feels effortless and meaningful. To cultivate this state, practice mindfulness. Focus on one task at a time, giving it your full attention. Let go of distractions and immerse yourself in the present. This practice not only enhances your clarity, but also strengthens your discipline. It's important to remember that clarity is a dynamic process. Your goals and values may evolve over time, and that's okay. The key is to regularly reassess your purpose and ensure that your actions remain aligned with it. Set aside time each month to reflect on your progress and make adjustments as needed. Ask yourself, are my goals still meaningful to me? Am I on the right path? What can I do to stay aligned with my purpose? Clarity and discipline are deeply interconnected. When you're clear about what you want and why you want it, discipline becomes less about willpower and more about commitment. You're no longer forcing yourself to act. You're choosing to act because you understand the value of your efforts. This shift in mindset is transformative, turning discipline from a burden into a source of empowerment. By cultivating clarity, you unlock a powerful sense of direction and focus. You eliminate the confusion and hesitation that hold so many people back, replacing them with confidence and purpose. With clarity as your compass, every step you take brings you closer to your goals, strengthening your discipline and propelling you toward the life you want to create. Clarity is the foundation of purpose, the compass that guides you through life's challenges and distractions. Without it, even the strongest discipline can falter, but with it, every action becomes meaningful, every effort aligned with your goals. Clarity transforms discipline from an obligation into a powerful tool for growth and fulfillment. Take a moment to reflect. What is your why? What drives you to improve yourself and build a better life? If the answer isn't clear yet, that's okay. The journey to clarity is ongoing, a process of discovery and refinement. Start by asking yourself the questions that matter most. What do I value? What kind of life do I want to create? What steps can I take today to move closer to my purpose? Today, commit to creating clarity in your life. Write down your top 3 priorities and assess whether your daily actions align with them. Eliminate one distraction that's pulling you away from your goals, and replace it with a habit that supports your purpose. Remember, clarity isn't about perfection, it's about progress. With each step you take, your path becomes clearer, your discipline stronger, and your purpose more powerful. How will you use clarity to strengthen your discipline and shape your destiny? Chapter 5: Overcoming Limiting Beliefs, Rewriting Your Inner Narrative. Imagine your mind as a vast and fertile field. With proper care, it can yield a harvest of confidence, discipline, and success. But if the soil is riddled with weeds, limiting beliefs, they choke the growth of everything you plant. These beliefs, often hidden beneath the surface, sap your potential, keeping you from achieving the greatness you're capable of. To reclaim this field, you must dig deep, pull out the weeds by their roots, and replace them with seeds of empowerment. Limiting beliefs are like rust on the mind's foundation. Left unchecked, they erode confidence, breed hesitation, and sabotage your actions. They tell you lies: you're not good enough, you don't have what it takes, success is for others, not for you. These narratives aren't truths, they're constructs. And like a flawed blueprint, they can be torn down and rebuilt. To master self-control, you must rewrite your inner narrative, transforming these beliefs into pillars of strength. Limiting beliefs often originate in childhood, shaped by our experiences, the expectations of others, and moments of failure or rejection. Perhaps you were told you weren't smart enough or strong enough, and those words lingered, embedding themselves in your subconscious. Over time, they became a filter through which you saw the world, influencing your decisions and actions in ways you didn't even realize. To overcome these beliefs, the first step is awareness. You must identify the stories you've been telling yourself. Start by reflecting on moments when you hesitated or gave up. What thoughts ran through your mind? What assumptions did you make about your abilities or worth? Write them down. Seeing these thoughts on paper can be a powerful first step toward dismantling them. Once you've identified your limiting beliefs, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this belief based on fact or fear? For example, if you believe you're not good at public speaking, examine where that belief comes from. Did you have one bad experience that you've let define your abilities? Have you avoided opportunities to improve, reinforcing the belief? By questioning the validity of your assumptions, you begin to weaken their hold. But awareness and questioning alone aren't enough. You must replace these beliefs with empowering truths. This process is akin to reprogramming your mind. For every limiting belief you uncover, create a counterstatement that reflects your potential. For instance, replace "I'm not good at this" with "I can improve with practice." Write these affirmations down and repeat them daily. Over time, they'll become the new foundation of your mindset. Action is the most powerful antidote to limiting beliefs. It's one thing to tell yourself you're capable. It's another to prove it through consistent effort. Each time you act despite your doubts, you weaken the grip of those beliefs. Start small. If you believe you're not disciplined, set a simple goal, like waking up 15 minutes earlier each day. Achieving it will reinforce the truth that you are capable of change. The influence of limiting beliefs isn't just internal, it's reinforced by the people around you. Negative influences can amplify your doubts, making it harder to break free. Identify the individuals who perpetuate your limiting beliefs, whether intentionally or not. It might be a friend who dismisses your goals, or a colleague who underestimates your abilities. Set boundaries with these people and seek out those who uplift and inspire you instead. Limiting beliefs often thrive in silence, hidden from scrutiny. But when you share your journey with someone you trust, a mentor, a friend, or even a coach, you bring them into the light. Verbalizing your struggles and victories not only helps you process them but also builds accountability. The right support system can accelerate your transformation, reminding you of your progress when self-doubt creeps in. Journaling is another powerful tool for overcoming limiting beliefs. Use it to track your thoughts, challenges, and triumphs. When self-doubt arises, write about it. Reflect on what triggered it and how you responded. Over time, you'll notice patterns and gain insights into how to handle similar situations in the future. Journaling also provides a record of your growth, a reminder of how far you've come when the path ahead feels daunting. Visualization can help rewire your subconscious mind. Close your eyes and imagine yourself acting without the constraints of your limiting beliefs. See yourself speaking confidently, pursuing your goals with determination, or handling challenges with resilience. Engage all your senses. What does success feel, look, and sound like? This practice primes your mind for action, making it easier to step into the reality you're creating. Patience is key in this journey. Limiting beliefs didn't form overnight, and they won't disappear overnight either. Each time you challenge a belief, you're chipping away at its foundation. Each time you act despite your doubts, you're building a new, stronger structure in its place. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each step forward is proof that you're capable of change. Ultimately, overcoming limiting beliefs isn't just about personal growth. It's about reclaiming your power. These beliefs have held you back long enough. They've shaped your decisions, your actions, and even your identity, but they don't define you. You have the power to rewrite your narrative, to create a mindset rooted in strength, resilience, and possibility. The only question is, will you take the first step? Limiting beliefs are the silent architects of your reality. They build walls where there could be doors, obstacles where there could be opportunities. But these beliefs are not immutable. They are not truths written in stone. They are stories, and like all stories, they can be rewritten. The pen is in your hand. Take a moment to reflect. What beliefs have been holding you back? Are they grounded in reality, or are they the echoes of past experiences and fears? Write them down, confront them, challenge them, and most importantly, replace them with truths that empower you. This is not an overnight transformation, it's a journey. But with each step, each act of defiance against your doubts, you move closer to freedom. Today, commit to breaking the chains of one limiting belief. Replace it with an empowering truth and take one action that aligns with this new belief. For instance, if you believe you're not disciplined, commit to completing one task today with unwavering focus. Prove to yourself that change is possible. Remember, the field of your mind is yours to cultivate. Pull out the weeds, plant seeds of growth, and watch as your potential flourishes. How will you start rewriting your narrative today? Chapter 6: Emotional Mastery, Staying Calm Under Pressure. Picture a ship navigating stormy seas. The waves crash, the wind howls, and the deck tilts wildly. But the ship remains steady, its course unaltered, because the captain grips the wheel with unwavering focus. Your emotions are the waves and winds, unpredictable and often intense. Without mastery, they can steer your life into chaos. But with calm control, you can remain on course, no matter how turbulent the waters become. Emotions are a natural and powerful force, but when left unchecked, they can drive decisions and actions that undermine your goals. Mastering them is not about suppression but learning to guide their energy constructively. Emotional mastery is the art of steadying your mind amidst the storms of life, a skill that not only strengthens self-control, but also empowers you to respond to challenges with clarity and purpose. Emotions often feel like forces beyond our control, rising unbidden and compelling action. Fear grips your chest before a big decision. Anger clouds your judgment during a conflict, and anxiety scatters your focus when stakes are high. These emotions are not inherently negative. They are signals, indicators of how your mind perceives the situation. But they must be understood and directed, not allowed to dictate your behavior. To master your emotions, the first step is acknowledgement. Many people suppress or deny their feelings, mistaking emotional control for emotional avoidance. This only compounds the problem, as repressed emotions resurface with greater intensity. Instead, practice identifying what you feel in the moment. When anger flares or fear tightens your chest, pause and name the emotion. Awareness creates distance, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. The breath is a powerful anchor in moments of emotional intensity. When emotions surge, your breathing often becomes shallow or rapid, fueling the sense of being overwhelmed. By consciously slowing and deepening your breath, you send a signal to your nervous system to calm down. A simple practice is the 4-7-8 method. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, and exhale for 8. Repeat this cycle several times and notice how it steadies both your body and mind. Another essential tool is reframing. Emotions are often tied to interpretations of events rather than the events themselves. For example, failure might trigger despair if you interpret it as a reflection of your worth. But if you view failure as a learning opportunity, the emotional response shifts to curiosity or determination. Reframing requires you to question the narratives you attach to your experiences. Ask yourself, what is another way to see this situation? The answer can transform your emotional state. Equally important is learning to embrace discomfort. Society often teaches us to avoid pain, seeking instant relief through distractions, substances, or avoidance behaviors. yet discomfort is a natural part of growth. When you sit with your emotions instead of fleeing them, you build resilience. Imagine your emotional state as a storm, intense but temporary. By weathering the storm, you develop the confidence to face future challenges without fear of being swept away. Boundaries play a critical role in emotional mastery. Your environment greatly influences your emotional state, from the people you interact with to the media you consume. Toxic relationships, for example, can provoke frequent frustration or self-doubt, while overexposure to negative news might cultivate anxiety. Evaluate what and who in your life consistently disrupts your emotional balance. Setting firm boundaries protects your mental space, allowing you to cultivate a state of calm and control. Self-reflection is another cornerstone of emotional mastery. After moments of emotional intensity, take time to reflect on what triggered your feelings and how you responded. Journaling is a powerful tool for this practice. Write down the situation, your emotional reaction, and what you could do differently next time. Over time, this reflection reveals patterns and equips you with strategies for handling similar situations more effectively. Visualization is a proactive method to prepare for emotionally charged situations. Imagine yourself in a scenario that typically triggers strong emotions, perhaps a heated argument or a high-stakes presentation. In your mind, practice responding with calm and confidence. Visualize yourself breathing steadily, speaking thoughtfully, and maintaining your composure. This mental rehearsal strengthens your ability to act with control when faced with the real situation. It's also vital to cultivate practices that build emotional resilience over the long term. Physical activity, for instance, releases tension and promotes mental clarity. Meditation trains your mind to remain present and less reactive to emotional fluctuations. Gratitude journaling shifts your focus from problems to positives, fostering a more balanced emotional state. These habits create a foundation of emotional strength, making it easier to remain steady when challenges arise. Emotional mastery is not about eradicating feelings, but guiding them to serve your purpose. Emotions can be powerful allies when understood and directed. Fear can heighten focus, anger can fuel determination, and sadness can deepen empathy. The key is to remain the captain of your ship, steering through the waves rather than being tossed about by them. With practice, you can transform emotional turbulence into a source of strength. Ultimately, emotional mastery enhances every area of your life. It improves your decision-making, strengthens relationships, and increases your ability to stay disciplined and focused on your goals. When you control your emotions, you unlock a level of power and clarity that few achieve. The question is, are you willing to do the work to become the master of your emotional world? Your emotions are not the enemy, they are the wind in your sails. Harnessed correctly, they propel you forward. Left unchecked, they can steer you off course. Emotional mastery is the art of navigating these winds with intention and skill, ensuring that they drive you toward your goals rather than away from them. Reflect on this. How often do your emotions control your actions? What would change if you controlled them instead? Take a moment to identify one emotional trigger that frequently disrupts your focus. Commit to practicing awareness and implementing a calming technique the next time it arises. Whether it's deep breathing, reframing, or setting boundaries, choose one strategy and apply it consistently. Today, decide to take back the wheel. Embrace the journey of emotional mastery, knowing that each step strengthens your ability to stay calm, focused, and purposeful under pressure. With practice, the storms of life will no longer dictate your path, you will. How will you guide your emotions to serve your goals today? Chapter 7. Focus, the shield against distraction. Imagine a warrior in the heat of battle, surrounded by chaos and noise. Amidst the clamor, he wields a shield, not to block every blow but to deflect what threatens his core. That shield is his focus, and without it, even the strongest warrior succumbs to the relentless attacks of distraction. In the battlefield of the modern mind, focus serves as your shield, safeguarding your energy and ensuring your efforts are directed toward what truly matters. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, pulling your attention in countless directions. Without focus, your mind becomes scattered, incapable of sustained effort or meaningful progress. Yet focus is not a trait, it's a skill, a deliberate practice that strengthens with use. By learning to wield focus as a shield, you can defend against distraction, protect your mental energy, and channel your efforts toward your highest goals. Distraction is one of the greatest enemies of self-control. It's insidious, creeping into your mind through notifications, idle thoughts, and a constant stream of external noise. Each distraction may seem small, but over time, these interruptions fragment your attention, leaving you feeling unfocused, unproductive, and overwhelmed. To reclaim control, you must understand that focus is not something you wait for, it's something you create. The foundation of focus lies in intention. Each day, your mind faces a choice. Will you direct your attention deliberately, or will you allow external forces to dictate your mental energy? Start by identifying what truly matters to you. This clarity of purpose acts as a compass, guiding your focus and helping you prioritize your time. Without a clear sense of what's important, even the most disciplined mind becomes vulnerable to distraction. A practical way to cultivate focus is through single-tasking. Multitasking, despite its appeal, divides your attention and reduces efficiency. Commit to doing one thing at a time, fully immersing yourself in the task at hand. Whether it's writing a report, having a conversation, or exercising, give your undivided attention to the moment. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to concentrate and resist the pull of competing demands. Your environment plays a critical role in shaping your focus. A cluttered workspace, noisy surroundings, or digital distractions can all erode your ability to concentrate. Take control of your environment by creating a focus-friendly space. Remove unnecessary items from your desk, silence notifications on your devices, and establish a routine that minimizes interruptions. When your surroundings support your intentions, maintaining focus becomes significantly easier. The mind itself can also be a source of distraction. Wandering thoughts, self-doubt, and mental clutter can pull you away from the present moment. Meditation is a powerful tool for taming this internal noise. Even a few minutes of daily mindfulness practice can help you develop greater awareness of your thoughts and improve your ability to return your focus to the task at hand. Think of meditation as a mental workout, strengthening your ability to stay present and intentional. Another strategy for enhancing focus is time blocking. Allocate specific periods in your day to dedicated tasks, free from interruptions. Treat these blocks of time as sacred, non-negotiable commitments to yourself. By scheduling your priorities, you eliminate the need to decide in the moment what to work on, reducing the chances of distraction taking hold. Over time, this disciplined approach creates a rhythm that supports sustained focus. Digital distractions are perhaps the most pervasive challenge to focus today. Social media, emails, and constant notifications demand your attention, leaving little room for deep work or meaningful thought. Combat this by establishing boundaries with technology. Set specific times for checking emails or browsing social media, and avoid using your phone during focused work periods. Apps that block distracting websites or limit screen time can also be valuable allies. Focus is not just about eliminating distractions, it's about directing your energy with intention. Each time you say no to a distraction, you're saying yes to your goals. This act of prioritization strengthens your resolve and builds momentum toward your aspirations. The more you practice focusing on what truly matters, the easier it becomes to resist the noise and chaos that once derailed you. Reflect on the power of flow, a state of deep immersion where focus and productivity peak. Flow occurs when you're fully engaged in a task, losing track of time and external distractions. To access this state, choose tasks that challenge you without overwhelming you, and create an environment free from interruptions. The more you cultivate moments of flow, the more natural and effortless focus becomes. At its core, focus is an act of self-respect. By protecting your mental energy and directing it toward meaningful pursuits, you honor your potential and value your time. Each day is an opportunity to strengthen your shield, deflecting distractions and channeling your efforts into creating the life you want. The question is, will you wield this power or let it slip through your fingers? Focus is your greatest ally in the battle against distraction. It shields your energy, clarifies your purpose, and directs your actions with precision. Like any skill, it grows stronger with practice, becoming an unshakable force that empowers every aspect of your life. Without focus, even the best intentions falter. With it, your potential becomes limitless. Take a moment to reflect. Where is your focus scattered, and how is it impacting your goals? What steps can you take today to reclaim your attention? Identify one significant distraction in your life and commit to eliminating it. Whether it's setting boundaries with your phone, creating a dedicated workspace, or practicing mindfulness, choose an action that reinforces your commitment to focus. Today, make the decision to protect your mental energy. Embrace focus as the shield that guards your dreams and empowers your actions. The battlefield of the mind may be chaotic, but with focus as your ally, you can navigate it with clarity and purpose. How will you use this power to advance your goals today? Chapter 8: The Confidence Action Loop: How Action Builds Self-Control. Imagine a wheel spinning effortlessly on its axis. Each turn generates momentum, making the next spin smoother and faster. Confidence and action work the same way, a self-reinforcing loop where one drives the other. The moment you take a step, no matter how small, your confidence grows. With that growth, action becomes easier, and the wheel spins faster. Without motion, however, the wheel stagnates, weighed down by hesitation and doubt. This relationship between confidence and action is often misunderstood. Many wait for confidence to strike before taking action, believing they need certainty to move forward. But this is a fallacy. Confidence isn't the prerequisite for action, it's the reward. By embracing action, even in the face of uncertainty, you generate the self-trust and belief needed to dominate your thoughts and control your destiny. The wheel turns, and with each rotation your power grows. The idea of confidence preceding action is deeply ingrained in many minds, but it is a flawed premise. Waiting for confidence before taking action creates a stalemate, where fear and doubt thrive in the absence of motion. Confidence is not a seed waiting to be watered, it's the fruit of effort. Each small action, each risk taken, plants the seeds of belief in your abilities. As these actions accumulate, so too does your confidence, creating an upward spiral of growth. Consider a time in your life when you faced a daunting challenge. Perhaps it was the first time you spoke in public, tackled a new skill, or approached someone with an idea. In the beginning, fear likely loomed large, whispering doubts and magnifying potential failures. But once you acted, regardless of the outcome, you proved to yourself that you could. That moment of courage, however small, planted the seeds of confidence, which grew stronger with each successive step. The power of action lies not in grand gestures but in consistent, deliberate steps. Confidence is built through repetition, each small success reinforcing your belief in your ability to handle the next challenge. Like a muscle strengthened through regular use, confidence grows when you push beyond your comfort zone and face resistance. The key is to start small. Set achievable goals that challenge you without overwhelming you. Each accomplishment fuels the loop, turning hesitation into momentum. One of the greatest obstacles to action is overthinking. The mind, left unchecked, creates endless scenarios of failure, embarrassment, or inadequacy. This analysis paralysis halts progress before it even begins, feeding the cycle of self-doubt. To combat this, adopt a bias for action. When faced with a decision, commit to acting quickly rather than lingering in deliberation. Even imperfect action is better than inaction, as it moves you closer to clarity and mastery. Reflection plays a crucial role in maintaining the confidence action loop. After each step forward, take a moment to assess what you've learned. Whether the outcome was a success or a failure, there is always value to be gained. Success reinforces your belief in your abilities, while failure provides invaluable feedback for improvement. The key is to view every action as part of the larger process of growth, rather than a definitive judgment of your worth. Fear often masquerades as a lack of confidence, convincing you to delay or avoid action. But fear is not the enemy, it's a guide pointing you toward areas of growth. By confronting fear head-on, you dismantle its power and expand your comfort zone. Each time you face a fear and act despite it, your confidence grows stronger, and your ability to take control of your thoughts becomes sharper. Fear, when reframed, becomes a powerful ally in your journey. Another critical element of the confidence action loop is self-compassion. Too often, we are our own harshest critics, berating ourselves for mistakes or perceived shortcomings. This negativity can sap the motivation needed to act, keeping the wheel of confidence stagnant. Instead, treat yourself with the same kindness and encouragement you would offer a friend. Celebrate small victories and learn from setbacks without judgment. This shift in perspective nurtures the resilience needed to keep moving forward. The environment you create around yourself also plays a significant role in fostering the confidence action loop. Surround yourself with people, habits, and influences that encourage growth and action. A supportive environment acts as a catalyst, providing the external reinforcement needed to sustain momentum, whether it's a mentor who believes in you, a routine that promotes productivity, or a community that shares your goals. These factors amplify your ability to take decisive action. Visualization is another tool to strengthen the loop. By imagining yourself succeeding at a task before you begin, you prime your mind for success. Visualization bridges the gap between thought and action, making the first step feel less daunting. Pair this with small, deliberate actions, and you create a powerful synergy that propels you forward. The wheel turns, and with each rotation your confidence solidifies. Ultimately, the confidence action loop is about building trust in yourself. Each action you take sends a message to your subconscious. I am capable. I am in control. Over time, this message becomes an unshakable belief, empowering you to face even greater challenges with certainty. The loop feeds itself, transforming hesitation into boldness, doubt into clarity, and fear into strength. The wheel of confidence turns, and your potential becomes limitless. Action is the spark that ignites confidence. Each step, no matter how small, is a declaration of your capability and commitment to growth. The confidence action loop is not a one-time effort, but a lifelong practice, a self-sustaining cycle that reinforces your belief in yourself and your ability to shape your destiny. With every action, the wheel turns faster, building momentum and power. Pause and reflect. What actions have you been avoiding due to fear or doubt? What small step can you take today to break the cycle of hesitation and ignite the confidence action loop? Choose one task, no matter how small, and commit to completing it. Let this act of courage be the catalyst for a new pattern of growth and empowerment. Remember, confidence is not a gift bestowed upon the lucky, it's earned through deliberate action. The wheel is in your hands. Turn it with purpose, and watch as your confidence grows, your fears diminish, and your self-control solidifies. How will you spin the wheel today? Chapter 9. Rituals of Mastery, Building Unbreakable Habits. Imagine a sculptor working with a block of marble. Each strike of the chisel, though seemingly small, shapes the masterpiece within. The sculptor doesn't act sporadically or without purpose. Instead, they work methodically, guided by a vision and driven by discipline. Rituals in life function much like the sculpture's consistent strikes. They carve away the distractions, weaknesses, and doubts, revealing the masterpiece of self-mastery hidden within. Rituals are not mere routines, they are the foundation of transformation. By anchoring your day with purposeful actions, you reinforce discipline, build clarity, and sustain focus. Rituals serve as daily declarations of intent, a way to assert control over your mind and actions. Without them, life becomes reactionary, dictated by external forces. With them, you command your time, energy, and destiny. Rituals are the silent architects of greatness. The most accomplished individuals across history, from philosophers to athletes, attribute their success to consistent habits. These rituals, whether performed at dawn, midday, or dusk, are the framework upon which their achievements rest. Rituals transform effort into habit and habit into second nature, creating a life of intentional mastery. Consider the morning ritual, often referred to as the cornerstone of a productive day. Starting your day with deliberate actions, rather than reacting to external stimuli like phone notifications or emails, sets the tone for control. Simple practices like mindfulness, journaling, or setting priorities for the day align your mental and emotional state with your goals. Each act, though seemingly minor, is a stroke of the chisel, refining your focus and intention. The evening ritual is equally powerful. It provides a time for reflection, assessment, and resetting. In these quiet moments, you review the day's actions, celebrate victories, and acknowledge areas for improvement. This practice fosters accountability and prepares the mind for another day of disciplined effort. By ending the day with intention, you reinforce the habits you seek to solidify, ensuring that each day builds upon the last. Rituals do more than organize your time. They rewire your brain for discipline and focus. Neuroscience reveals that repetitive actions strengthen neural pathways, making behaviors easier to execute over time. Each repetition reinforces the habit loop. Cue, action, reward. For instance, the act of meditating every morning cues your brain to associate calmness with the start of the day. Over time, this ritual becomes automatic, requiring less effort while delivering consistent benefits. However, rituals are not merely about efficiency, they are about alignment. Every action within a ritual should serve a purpose, whether it's fostering mental clarity, emotional resilience, or physical vitality. For example, a ritual of reading 10 pages of a thought-provoking book each evening might sharpen your intellect and broaden your perspective. A ritual of gratitude journaling could cultivate positivity and reinforce emotional balance. Each ritual is a tool, and like any tool, it should be chosen and wielded with intent. Rituals also serve as anchors in times of chaos. Life's challenges and uncertainties can easily derail even the strongest will, but rituals provide stability. They are the constants in an ever-changing world, reminding you of your purpose and capabilities. When external circumstances threaten to overwhelm, the familiarity of your rituals offers solace and strength. They are your refuge and your weapon, allowing you to remain steady while others falter. It's important to distinguish between rituals and routines. While routines may be mindless repetitions of tasks, rituals are imbued with meaning and purpose. The difference lies in intentionality. A routine may involve aimlessly scrolling through your phone each morning, while a ritual could involve 10 minutes of journaling about your goals and aspirations. Both occupy the same time, but only the latter builds self-mastery. Building effective rituals requires patience and consistency. Start small. Choose one habit that aligns with your goals, and commit to performing it daily. Over time, as this ritual becomes second nature, you can expand and refine it. Avoid the temptation to overhaul your entire life overnight. It's the small, consistent changes that yield lasting transformation. As the saying goes, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Resistance is inevitable when establishing rituals, especially in the early stages. The mind resists change, clinging to the familiar even when it's detrimental. This is where self-discipline becomes crucial. Push through the initial discomfort and remind yourself of the purpose behind your actions. Every ritual, no matter how small, is a declaration of your commitment to growth and mastery. The environment you create plays a significant role in supporting your rituals. A clutter-free workspace, a designated meditation area, or even a simple journal by your bedside can act as cues to reinforce your habits. By designing your environment to eliminate friction and promote ease, you make it more likely that you will follow through on your rituals. Finally, reflect on your rituals regularly. Are they serving your goals? Are they aligned with your values? As you grow and evolve, your rituals should adapt to reflect your priorities. What worked for you last year may no longer serve you today. Regularly assessing and refining your rituals ensures they remain effective and meaningful. Rituals are the invisible threads that weave the fabric of a disciplined life. Each one strengthens your resolve, sharpens your focus, and aligns your actions with your highest aspirations. Like the sculptor chiseling away at marble, your rituals shape you into the person you are meant to become. They are not mere tasks, but deliberate acts of transformation. Reflect: what rituals currently define your day, and are they building or eroding your self-mastery? Identify one habit you can transform into a meaningful ritual and commit to practicing it consistently for the next week. Let it become the cornerstone of your growth. Rituals require intention, patience, and perseverance. But their rewards are immense: a life of clarity, purpose, and control. You hold the chisel. How will you sculpt your day, your mind, and your destiny? The choice is yours, and the time to begin is now. Chapter 10: The Self-Control Mastery Challenge. Picture a mountain climber gazing up at a seemingly insurmountable peak. Every step is steep, every breath strained, yet the summit beckons, a testament to their resolve. The climb itself is not just about reaching the top, but mastering the self, overcoming the doubts, fears, and physical limits that would otherwise keep them grounded. This journey mirrors the path of self-control, where each challenge faced and conquered strengthens your will, discipline, and confidence. The mastery of self-control is not achieved by accident or luck. It is forged in deliberate effort, in the moments when you choose growth over comfort, discipline over distraction. The Self-Control Mastery Challenge is your mountain, designed to test and refine the principles you've absorbed throughout this journey. It is a week-long odyssey that will push you to confront your weaknesses, harness your strengths, and rise as a master of your mind. This challenge is not for the faint of heart. It is for those who are ready to take ownership of their lives, to claim dominion over their thoughts and actions. Each day of the challenge focuses on a specific aspect of self-control, building upon the lessons you've learned while offering practical, actionable steps to solidify your transformation. The first day begins with awareness. Just as a climber assesses the terrain before taking the first step, your journey starts with observing your mental landscape. Take a full day to identify the habits, triggers, and distractions that undermine your self-control. Pay attention to how you react in moments of frustration, temptation, or boredom. Write them down. This process is not about judgment but understanding. Awareness lays the foundation for every step that follows. The second day focuses on discipline. Choose one area of your life where inconsistency reigns and commit to a single disciplined action. Whether it's waking up at the same time, avoiding social media distractions, or adhering to a fitness routine, let this action serve as a declaration of your intent to take control. Discipline is built through repetition, and this day sets the tone for the consistency required in the days ahead. On the third day, you confront limiting beliefs. Reflect on a thought or narrative that has held you back, something that whispers you can't, or you're not enough. Challenge this belief head-on. Write it down and dissect its origin. Replace it with an empowering truth, one that affirms your ability to overcome. This exercise is about breaking mental chains and reshaping the story you tell yourself. The fourth day brings emotional mastery into focus. Set aside time to practice mindfulness or meditation, allowing yourself to observe emotions without being consumed by them. During moments of stress or irritation, pause and take 3 deep breaths. Recognize that your emotions are temporary and do not have to dictate your actions. Mastery of emotion is not suppression but control, a steady hand guiding the wheel in turbulent waters. Day 5 emphasizes action. Choose a task you've been procrastinating on, something that looms over you like a shadow. Tackle it head-on, breaking it into smaller, manageable steps if needed. This day is about proving to yourself that action is the antidote to stagnation, that confidence and control are built through doing, not thinking. On the 6th day, clarity becomes your focus. Revisit your purpose, your why. Reflect on your goals and the actions you've taken thus far. Are they aligned? Take time to refine your priorities and ensure that your daily efforts serve your larger mission. Clarity eliminates confusion and hesitation, allowing you to channel your energy effectively. The seventh and final day is a synthesis of all you've practiced. Approach this day as a master, combining awareness, discipline, emotional control, and purposeful action. Reflect on the week's journey, acknowledging the challenges you've faced and the growth you've achieved. Use this day to solidify your rituals, ensuring they become a seamless part of your life moving forward. Throughout this challenge, journaling will serve as both a tool and a companion. At the end of each day, write about your experiences, the victories, struggles, and lessons learned. This practice will not only reinforce your efforts, but also provide a tangible record of your growth. Journaling turns fleeting thoughts into concrete reflections, anchoring your transformation. The Self-Control Mastery Challenge is not just an exercise, it is a proving ground. It will test your resolve, patience, and commitment. There will be moments of discomfort, even resistance, but it is in these moments that growth occurs. Remember, mastery is not about perfection but progress. Each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to the summit. The mountain you've climbed over this week is not just external, it is the landscape of your mind. Each step of the Self-Control Mastery Challenge has reshaped your habits, refined your focus, and fortified your discipline. You've faced yourself in ways that many avoid, proving that you have the strength to overcome and the clarity to lead. Reflect, what have you discovered about yourself during this challenge? What strengths have emerged, and what weaknesses have you begun to transform? Write these reflections down, letting them serve as both a celebration of your progress and a guide for future growth. Mastery of self-control is not a destination but a lifelong journey. The lessons and habits you've cultivated during this challenge are tools to wield every day. Forging a path of resilience, focus, and purpose, you now hold the key to your potential. How will you use it to unlock the life you envision? The summit may have been reached, but there are always new heights to conquer. The journey continues, and with every step you grow stronger. The question remains, how far are you willing to go in your quest for mastery? Let today mark the beginning of a life led by purpose, discipline, and unyielding self-control. Conclusion: the legacy of self-control. Imagine a fortress standing tall against the ravages of time. Its walls, unyielding and fortified, symbolize strength, resilience, and mastery. This fortress was not built overnight. Each stone was placed with intention, each layer of defense constructed with precision. This is the legacy of self-control, a structure that shields you from the chaos of the world while allowing you to command your life with purpose and clarity. Self-control is the foundation upon which every great achievement is built. It's the unseen force that transforms potential into reality, dreams into action, and challenges into triumphs. The journey you've taken through these pages is not just about mastering your impulses or sharpening your focus. It's about forging a legacy of discipline, resilience, and self-mastery that will stand the test of time. The lessons of self-control extend far beyond the immediate benefits of discipline or focus. They touch every aspect of your life, shaping the way you approach relationships, careers, and personal growth. Self-control is the thread that weaves together the tapestry of a meaningful life, providing the clarity and strength needed to navigate challenges and seize opportunities. As you reflect on the journey, consider the moments when self-control transformed your path. Perhaps it was the decision to delay gratification for a greater reward, the choice to face a fear rather than retreat, or the commitment to stay disciplined when distractions beckoned. These moments, though small in isolation, form the foundation of a life lived with intention and purpose. Your newfound mastery is not static, it is dynamic, evolving with each decision you make. The habits you've cultivated, the beliefs you've reshaped, and the clarity you've gained are tools to wield in every challenge you face. Self-control empowers you to act rather than react, to lead rather than follow, and to create rather than consume. This legacy is also a beacon for others. By embodying self-control, you inspire those around you to pursue their own mastery. Your actions, rooted in discipline and purpose, Become a testament to the power of intentional living. The ripple effects of your growth extend beyond your own life, touching the lives of those you lead, support, and influence. But the journey does not end here. Mastery is not a final destination but a continuous process of refinement and growth. The lessons you've learned are not fixed rules, but guiding principles that adapt to the challenges and aspirations of your life. Embrace the fluidity of self-control, knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, reinforces the fortress you've built. To solidify your transformation, integrate the following practical exercise into your daily life. 1. Morning clarity. Begin each day with a moment of reflection. Ask yourself, "Oh, what is my primary goal for today? Oh, how can I align my actions with my purpose? Oh, what distractions or impulses might challenge my self-control, and how will I overcome them?" Write down your answers. This process focuses your mind and sets a disciplined tone for the day. 2. Intentional action. Identify one area of your life where self-control is most needed, whether it's managing time, overcoming procrastination, or staying emotionally grounded. Commit to a single deliberate action that reinforces discipline in this area. For example, if procrastination is your challenge, tackle the most important task of the day first, without delay. 3. Evening reflection. End your day by evaluating your actions. Oh, what did I do well today, and how did self-control play a role? Oh, where did I falter, and what can I learn from it? Oh, how can I improve tomorrow? Record your reflections, reinforcing the habits of clarity, discipline, and growth. 4. Weekly review. At the end of each week, assess your progress. Identify patterns in your successes and challenges, and adjust your strategies as needed. This practice ensures that self-control remains a dynamic force in your life, constantly evolving to meet new challenges and aspirations. As you stand within the fortress of self-control you've built, take a moment to acknowledge your transformation. You've faced the chaos of an undisciplined mind, confronted the limiting beliefs that held you back, and cultivated the habits of focus, resilience, and clarity. You now possess the tools to shape your reality, to lead with intention, and to pursue your purpose with unyielding determination. This is your legacy, a life defined not by fleeting impulses or external distractions, but by the strength and discipline within. The path ahead is yours to carve, guided by the principles you've mastered and the clarity you've gained. The question remains, what will you build with the power you now wield? The truth about self-control is that it's not just a skill, it's a way of life. It is the cornerstone of greatness, the foundation of freedom, and the essence of mastery. Carry this truth forward and let it guide you in every decision, every challenge, and every moment of your journey. The fortress of your mind is strong. Now go forth and conquer.